Well, Ella and I have given to United Way ever since we were able to give, because we see what United Way does in our community. Every agency in United Way is worthy of our support. In United Way, as in so many good causes, every gift matters, because if more of us who give a little, then we will eventually have what our community needs. And let me tell you, it works. We give because it's needed. My name is Aubrey Lucas, and I give because there's great need in our community. And that's how I live united.
I've given for about going on 14 years through this company. And you know, it's a team effort here. We all rally together and we kind of strive to do better each year. Oh, I give because I can see the money going into the community I live in. A lot of people are in need. Some people, they do good their whole lives and all of a sudden, say loss of job or things like Hurricane Katrina, and they need a helping hand. You know, if people who eat out a lot, you know, when you actually look at what you give for a meal there, you just skip one of them a week or a month, and you know, it adds up. That's another meal somebody else could have, or a shirt, or you know, a toy for Christmas. Every little bit counts. My name is David Triggs. I've been giving 14 years to United Way, and I like to see my money go to the community and help others. That's how I live united.
I left school because I wasn't learning nothing. I was just going to school to be there, and there was no way of learning. Everything happening in class every day. You know, there wasn't no way you could just learn just being in an environment just with people who ain't learning.
I think the dropout rate in Mississippi is having a tremendous impact on our state, economically and morally.
The community has been very encouraging, very supportive.
Before we even announced, we were donated almost 15 acres of land that's situated next to one of our universities.
We've had industries come forth. People on the industrial road here in Hattiesburg have said, you can come to our place. We will help train your kids for a vocation. We will help them get an edge up in the career. And so we think that that's important.
Taking our children and making sure they have the tools to become great workforce members in the community and adding to our society, not taking away from it. Just a great impact on the city.
One of our local faith-based ministries, churches, donated the temporary facility that will be located on Country Club Road, the Old Baptist Seminary.
The entire neighborhood has gotten involved, and that's really what it will take to make these kids successful.
Well, the ADEPT school has more hands-on activities, and for me, more hands-on activities mean I'm more liable to learn it and keep it in my head and use it later on in life.
There's a lot more opportunities here than other schools.
A high school diploma I believe it's important in all areas because it's the biggest key to success. You have to graduate, you have to accomplish things to be something.
Hattiesburg is known as one of the South's most livable cities because of our dedication to keeping Hattiesburg beautiful.
We've made a commitment to become a green campus, encouraging our students, faculty, and staff to become more environmentally conscious.
We're taking the lead in our neighborhood to beautify and preserve historic landscapes. But it will take all of us to make a difference.
Together, we can keep Hattiesburg beautiful. Let's show the Pine Belt. It's so easy to be green.
At Petra Automotive, we are constantly searching the Southeast to buy the finest quality pre-owned late model vehicles at bargain prices. Just arrived, a low mile 08 Infiniti G35 for just $26,525 or $499 a month, zero down. We also have one owner late model Pathfinder starting at just $15,900. These and many, many other quality pre-owned vehicles are now on display at Petra Automotive Group. Remember, your best deal is on the hill. Petra Automotive Group, top of the hill, Hattiesburg.
I didn't think that was wrong, my hearing. I'll be perfectly honest with you. My wife said I couldn't hear.
I've said stuff to him, but it wasn't until my daughter mentioned to him about going.
I recommend Dr. Hunt as far as he was very very understanding, very down to earth. And I have to keep taking my hearing aid out every now and then, show it to my wife and tell her quit hollering at me. She says she's not hollering. This is the voice she's talked in the last 10 years. They work exceptionally well. They really do.
Hot work permits. Any contractor working in the plant must obtain a hot work permit. There are 3 classes of hot work permits. A Class 3 permit serves as a safe work permit and informs us who you are, where you are working, what tools you will be using, and when work will be completed. This information allows the lead technician to find you in the event of an emergency. This permit must be obtained when performing any work in the plant. A Class 2 permit should be obtained before performing any work that could produce a spark. This work includes grinding or opening and servicing electrical panels in hazardous areas. A Class 1 permit is required before performing any work in which a flame will be present. This permit requires many precautions to ensure safety during the operation.
First, trucks deliver Coke syrup from a regional distribution center. The syrup is pumped into stainless steel tanks and then combined with carbonated water at a constant temperature of 34 degrees. The finished product, Coca-Cola, is then pumped into the filling machine where it is put into 2-liter, half-liter, or 20-ounce plastic bottles. Empty bottles go through a bottle washer before they are filled with Coke. Then after the bottles are filled, a high-speed machine screws on caps. Labels are stuck onto the outside of the bottles. Finally, the bottles are put into cases which are loaded onto pallets for storage.
Each component is glued and fastened with screws for maximum strength. Next, all walls are glued to the floor system and fastened with 4-inch screws. Safeway homes feature a 9-inch marriage wall for maximum strength. The exterior walls are energy rated at R21 and built with 2x6 studs. The unit is then wired for electrical, cable TV, telephone, and high-speed internet service. All electrical wiring is copper and meets or exceeds the National Electrical Code.
The sweetest name. Lift your voice and help me say, oh, how I love you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Oh, we adore you.
Come on and bless our God.
I'm Kathleen Williams, Executive Editor of the Hattiesburg American and moderator for this evening's broadcast. This forum is designed to give the candidates for Hattiesburg's Ward 4 City Council seat an opportunity to outline their platform to the citizens of Ward 4. All qualified candidates were invited to attend tonight's event, and we're delighted to have all 4 candidates with us. They are Fanny Kiker, Roger McDowell, Dave Ware, Harry Bud Mitchell. Thank you all for being with us tonight. The questions for tonight's forum were developed by journalists from the Hattiesburg American, WDAM-TV, and the community forums at hattiesburgamerican.com. Joining me on the panel this evening are Pamela Weaver, reporter and anchor for WDAM-TV, and Dan Davis, managing editor for the Hattiesburg American.
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
100 days and the year is over. It's been so long and my heart is still sore. And though these days don't pass like they used to, I still face 100. I still face 100 days and the year is over. Oh, it's been so long and my heart is still sore. And though these days don't pass like they used to, I still face 100 more. I still face 100 more. Oh no, I still face 100 more.
And I actually was referred to him by another insurance agent, Pierce Stevens, who had told me about the job. And I didn't know who Burl Kaiser was. I'd never met him. So while he was doing his due diligence on me, I was doing my due diligence on him.
Well, I actually called on Burl when he lived out in the country in an old rustic cabin, and his office was in his home. And that was probably in the mid-'80s.
Burl Kaiser, to me, managed and built his agency along with Gwen on heart and hard work. That it wasn't sometimes about the bottom line or the dollar, but it was about what's best for the client or for this particular individual.
He's so funny, and he always thinks that if you do something, you should always push for your best.
Well, since I've only been with Kaiser & Company since April the 10th of 2006, I haven't had much of an opportunity to work with Burl, so he owes me a lot at this point in time. He owes me a few months. He promised me a year.
He treats everybody the same. There's nobody beneath him, there's nobody above him. He gets the respect from everybody he talks to, and that's something that, you know, I think everybody would hope to have.
Hattiesburg Coca-Cola Bottling Company was established in 1906 in a small rented building on 2nd Street. In those days, the bottling machine operator used his hands to handle bottles and operate a filling valve. He used his foot to apply the pressure to cap the bottle. A good bottler could fill 8 to 10 bottles a minute. Coca-Cola's second Hattiesburg home was on Mobile Street, near Pine. It was brick, uptown, 2-story, and new in 1915. Coke was bottled there throughout 7 presidential terms and 2 world wars. During the Second World War, the plant was placed on overtime status in an attempt to meet the demands of Camp Shelby. The plant remained open 24 hours a day for 3 years and produced almost 4 million cases in a facility designed for half that amount. December 1955 saw the opening of a 3rd home to Hattiesburg Coca-Cola Bottling. Located on Highway 49 South, the facility was a gigantic undertaking and thought to be large enough to last forever. But by 1978, the plant was bursting at its seams, and so, in August of 1981, Coca-Cola opened the doors to its current home on Highway 98 West. Using state-of-the-art technology, the plant distributes over 3 million cases of Coke a year for 8 counties in South Mississippi. The facility houses 2 complete bottling lines, one for 2-liter bottles and the other for half-liter and 20-ounce bottles.
First question I'd like to ask you is, what brought you to Union Seminary?
Well, I came there to go to school. I had done an undergraduate degree at Northwestern and intended to make my the main focus of my career church music, and at that time the School of Sacred Music at Union was the most outstanding in the country. And also I wanted to go to New York because there were so many wonderful churches, great musicians, Clarence Dickinson being one.
I was talking to a lady yesterday, and I said, well, where are you going? She said, I'm going back down to that pavilion. I said, well, you went down there yesterday. She said, no, you're wrong. I went down there twice yesterday, and I may go back twice today. I said, well, as long as you're going, let's go. Things like that, it is going to make a difference, especially the children. I wish you could see this bunch of children when they run through this place. It's amazing, it really is. They just can't believe it. And it will be their part when we leave here.